Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's Rooted Online. I'm hoping that you're having a good week so far and enjoying a bit more sunshine outside. Well, we've been looking at songs, haven't we? And I wonder if you've noticed quite a few songs at the moment have got samples in them. They've taken an old song and made it a bit fresher and used a little clip from that or some lyrics or a little bit of a tune. Mabel's song Boyfriend is an example of that. It uses a bit from a song called Remember Me by an artist called Blue Boy. And even Blue Boy sampled Marlena Shaw, Woman of the Ghetto, from I think it was the 60s. Songs keep getting recycled and reused when people like a tune or something about the words in them. Well, there's something a bit like that in the Bible songbook, the Psalms. Last week we saw a psalm of lament where somebody was crying out and saying that they wanted to know how long God was going to carry on being far away from them. Well, this week we're going to look at another lament, a psalm where somebody's crying out and speaking to God, and that's song number 22, Psalm 22 in the Bible. And it's a song of real anguish. I don't know if you've ever felt like this, where life is really tough, where things are really difficult. Well, this is what the person who wrote the psalm put, David. My God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from saving me, so far from my cries of anguish? That's pretty hard, isn't it, what he's going through at that time? But did you know that Jesus takes this song and he says it when he's on the cross? Jesus in Matthew 27 says, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, my God, why have you forsaken me? While Jesus is up on the cross, he quotes this song. Something about this psalm is true for him while he's there. Well, let's have a look at a little bit more about Psalm 22. All who see me mock me. They hurl insults, shaking their heads. He trusts in the Lord, they say. Let the Lord rescue him. Let him deliver him, since he delights in him. Well, did you know that this is what it says about Jesus? Those who passed by hurled insults at him. And it says as well, people said this, he trusts in God. Let God rescue him now, if he wants him. It's amazing how true this psalm is for what happened to Jesus on the cross, even things that Jesus had no control over at that point. He was up on the cross. But people were doing and saying exactly what Psalm 22 said. It's amazing. The next bit says, a pack of villains encircles me. They pierce my hands and my feet. Doesn't that sound like being on the cross? All my bones are on display. People stare and gloat over me. They divide my clothes among them and cast lots for my garment. Well, when Jesus was on the cross, it says this, when they'd crucified him, they divided up his clothes by casting lots. There are so many things that are true about Jesus' death in Psalm 22, that really what we can see is Psalm 22 has been pointing to Jesus all along. Rather than Jesus sampling Psalm 22 and what he says, Psalm 22 has always been a song about him. So, how does this song end? Well, we know what happens on the cross. Jesus dies, doesn't he? But how does Psalm 22 finish, and what does that tell us about Jesus' death? It says this, the Lord has not despised or scorned the suffering of the one who suffered. He has not hidden his face from him, but has listened to his cry for help. Future descendants will serve him. Generations to come will be told about my Lord. They will proclaim God's righteousness to those not yet born, telling them what God has done. Amazing things are going to happen, and people will tell for generations to come about God and what he has done. Well, on the cross, this is what Jesus says, just before he dies. Jesus said, it is finished. With that, he bowed his head and gave up his spirit. That act that people are going to speak of for generations to come is Jesus giving up his life on the cross. We believe in that as Christians, that as the most incredible moment in history, that the whole of history before and after that completely changes. Psalm 22 is a psalm that shows how much Jesus was willing to suffer, but it also tells us how amazing the act was that he did, that he loved us so much that he went through that, so we'd get to be his children. Well, on to this week's weekly challenge, something for you to try at home. I thought I'd give you something a little bit more practical for you to do in your life. I wonder if you found it hard at all being in lockdown. I know there are quite a few people who have, so I wonder if you can do something good from your home today, or maybe this week. A random act of kindness. Now, maybe you can't go out and drop flowers off to somebody, but there are some things that you can do at home yourself. Send a text to a friend who you know is struggling, or make a phone call. Send someone you know a picture of a cute animal. I do this quite a lot with our puppies. Send people pictures to make them smile. Arrange to watch a film at the same time as a friend and video call to chat through it while it's on there. Reach out to call a friend, family member, or neighbour who's experiencing loneliness or isolation. Maybe even drop a note round. Go and check that all your elderly neighbours are doing okay during lockdown. Might be pretty tough for them. See if you can do a random act of kindness. And if you really want to, you can message me and let me know about that challenge and how you get on through the Facebook page on Rooted Tuesday from your parents' account, or get them to email me. And don't forget, we are going to have Zoom meetings every Tuesday at the time we'd normally have Rooted. If you want to be involved, if you're not already, send me a message so that I can get you onto there. I just need a parent's email to get permission from. And don't forget the St Andrews Facebook page and website and YouTube site. I've got loads more things that you can watch or listen to. Hope to see you all again soon.